Over the last couple of months I've reviewed a couple of different spy cameras. First of all there was the MD80, and then there was the DVK808 keyring cam, and now I'm going to be reviewing this is the BPR6 spy pen. The thing that's special about this camera is that it records at 1280 by 960 resolution, which is a 4:3 ratio HD format. And that makes this the first HD spy camera that I've reviewed. But before we get into the pen, let's just have a look at the other things inside the box. Now to me there's nothing more boring than a really slow unboxing, so I've sped this up. Let's just show you what you've got. There's a USB wall adapter here to charge it up with. You've got the obligatory USB A to B lead. You've got the driver disc, which I'm not going to be using, and you've got the Chinese instructions, which also are in English, and there's a heck of a lot of them. Either this is the most complicated thing in the world, or the instructions have gone a little bit overboard. So I think I'll just bypass the instructions and talk you through the different features of the pen. So if you were curious, yes, it is really a pen. There is a biro in there that will come out when you twist it. And at this end is the camera lens just above the clip there that points outwards when the thing's put inside a breast pocket. And at the top is the one button that operates all the functions of the camera. And on the back here is a reset button and an indicator light. When it's charging, the indicator light flashes red and green alternately until it's fully charged. To operate the camera, you hold down the button, it goes green momentarily and then changes to red. This means you can record video just by tapping, and then the red light starts flashing. That means it's currently recording video. So tap again to stop the recording, it goes a solid red light. And then if you hold it down and it'll go green, that means it'll take still photos. So just tap in this mode to take a still photo. It flashes once and goes back to green. Hold it down and then it goes back to red again, which means you could either take video or, as I'm doing now, holding it down longer until it all goes completely dark, and that means it's off. The pen itself is really well put together. It's got a nice metal thread which I'm unscrewing now to show you the insides, and in here is the mini USB port, and underneath that tiny slot is just wide enough to fit in a micro SD card. It protrudes slightly, but that's not going to be a problem because the rest of the pen covers that. Although when you put in your USB cable, it is rather a tight fit, and it looks to go in at a bit of a strange angle, but it does work, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about the HD Spy pen, apart from, of course, what the quality of the video is like. And I'm going to demonstrate that in a second, but as I mentioned, it is 1280 by 960, so I'm expecting big things from this pen. Let's give it a go. Now the most obvious but inconspicuous place to put a spy pen would be in the breast pocket of a suit jacket. So that means I've got to wear a suit to work today so I can test this out. So this resulted in a few awkward conversations with other people in the office asking me whether I was going for an interview or not today. And I couldn't really come clean and tell them no, I was actually going spying on the art gallery. Anyway, here's the footage, see what you think. if you're still watching and you haven't been sick with all the shaking about, I think you'll agree that the quality of those videos was rather poor. To say that the spy pen is supposed to be HD resolution, it seemed to look, in my eyes, a lot worse than the mini keyring camera that I had before, which wasn't HD. So the next day I went back with both devices in the same hand, the HD spy camera recording at 1280 by 960 and the keyring recording at 740 by 480 to see which was the best. Let's have a look. Okay, I don't think I need to go on much more, it's pretty conclusive which one's the best. I'll just do a couple of zoom ups on a section of video so you can see the difference in quality when you actually analyse a section. So just look at that little TV at the back and now I'll zoom up on it with the different cameras to show you the difference. And to finish off this section, we'll just look at a couple of freeze frames from the videos. First of all, from the keyring camera, which is nice and clear and in focus, but rather zoomed in towards the middle of the image when you compare it to the pen, which is a wider angle lens, but it's out of focus and rather washed out. Another concern with the video is this jerky stop-start motion that makes everyone look like they're out of a Charlie Chaplin film. And I thought this might be down to the micro SD card that I was using, which was a class 2. So I swapped it out for a class 4 device, which is the fastest one that I've got. But the footage still looked the same to me. And if any further nails were needed to be put in the coffin of the spy pen, I've got two more issues with it. The internal USB port only copies across at USB 1 speeds, which is significantly slower than if you take the card out and put it in a card reader. And finally, the file sizes are twice the size of the ones that are in the keyring cam, which were already quite large anyway. So to sum up, if you really do want a pen and a spy camera, I suggest you get one of these two and replace the pen with one of these. Thanks for watching.